Let's take a look at who Droplet are, what we do, and why customers adopt us. Our core functionality is to deliver applications in a very secure manner. We are very different from any other application delivery solution on the market and indeed any other security product on the market. Our core functionality is to deliver any x86 application, whether it's client or server, to any modern day 64-bit operating system without making any modifications to the software. More importantly, when we seamlessly migrate from a legacy world to a modern world, by default, because of the way we deliver applications, which I'll explain in 2 minutes, we by default meet the highest level of cybersecurity standards from Cyber Essentials Plus all the way up to CAF version 4. So no matter whether you're a CISO in finance or an IT director in healthcare or manufacturing, and you've got challenges around legacy or cyber accreditation, Droplet is a one-stop shop solution that can deliver and answer all your questions around software compatibility, hardware obsolescence, and cybersecurity accreditation. So how do we achieve that? We're no stranger to delivering mission critical applications that are legacy and vulnerable. We help secure them and we migrate them and deliver them, as I've said, to any 64-bit operating system. What makes us different from any other product on the market is the fact that we own your server estate, your client estate, and we control your network estate through our NeverTrust security policies. As I mentioned, many customers come to us because they've got a mission critical application that was written 20 years ago, only runs on legacy operating systems, and uses old protocols or dependencies such as Internet Explorer or Java. Those protocols and dependencies don't run on the modern applications, modern operating systems, and therefore are seen as a weakness in their infrastructure. So what we do is we lock that application down inside our unique NeverTrust container. And then we add a whole list of security policies to ensure that we can secure it and control it to the highest cyber standards. And here's how we do it. Once it's installed, we isolate it away from the operating system and network of the device that we're installed on. We then lock the application down by controlling the data paths of the application. So we work closely with the customer to understand what should this application do and which database should it be talking to, right down to which port should it be leaving and communicating with this particular container. On the endpoint, he's touched on any 64-bit operating system. We don't care whether it's a client side or server side. We support all 64-bit operating systems, Windows, Mac OS, Chrome OS, Linux, any cloud, and any hypervisor. So wherever you are in your journey, in your transition from legacy to modern, we can be used as a vehicle to take you from that legacy world and transition you to a new modern world that's cyber compliant. And how we do that is on the application layer, I've touched on it, we isolate the application away from the network and above the operating system. We then go one step further. We micro isolate each application within its own unique kernel space, so that we are super hardening your infrastructure and taking that legacy application, which could be seen as a vulnerable weakness, and locking it down to the nth degree. And I'll use Outlook as a prime example. The one application every organization has that brings traffic into the organization. Let's hypothetically say someone was to click on a phishing attack in a droplet world, only Outlook would get down. And because it's contained within its own unique kernel space, the bad actor couldn't then use that to go laterally across the network. It couldn't break out from within our container. We then talk to third-party SIEMs, so we could communicate with the SIEM and notify the IT team, who then come along and using a known good snapshot from their backup solution, be back up and running again with no impact to the business, no downtime, only Outlook went down for the relevant time and no impact to end users. More importantly, no financial cost to the organisation, such as we're seeing at Jag Land Rover and Marks and Spencers this year. We then take security another step up. Applications are delivered via a droplet server appliance and streamed to any 64-bit endpoint. And on that endpoint, there's a small 100 meg file, which acts as a gateway to our droplet server appliance, which is seen as an air-gapped translator. And we encrypt the traffic between the endpoint and the server appliance to military-grade standard by default. We do have quantum-ready encryption should you require a higher grade of encryption, but by default, our most common use is our standard military grade that's included in every container. Then on the perimeter layer, this is the layer that makes Droplet different from any other one on the market and where our name came from. By default, unlike zero trust solutions which rely on identity, by default, we never trust anyone. We treat every single user as a potential bad actor and we lock the container down. All inbound traffic to our container is blocked. No one can come into our container unless they're accessing it via a droplet appliance that's been built and configured from the offset when the container, the droplet server appliance was built and deployed. Even if someone was to steal credentials using our password or credentials using our security policies, we remove the admin rights from end users so that either a misconfiguration when building it, which is a common factor in many organizations because they're knitting together 4 or 5 different products to manage their server estate, their client estate, and their network estate. It's very common for a human error to come in and cause a problem which bad actors then capitalize on and see that as a weakness. Because Droplet's been built from the ground up and been built to manage both server, client, and network through one single easy to use user interface, we eliminate human error. We also eliminate, by default, elevated privileges because we remove admin rights from all basic standard users. And that's what we call NeverTrust. NeverTrust, by default, we never trust anyone. We lock down the application, we lock down the user, we lock down the device in a very unique manner, which by default passes every cyber framework in the UK. And we're pen tested on a regular basis by our customers, partners. We've even prevented several state attacks on our national critical infrastructure. So, if Droplet is of any interest and you'd like to know more about how we can help you with these same challenges, reach out to us at info@droplet.world, or for more information, visit our website, dropletnevertrust.com. Thanks very much for watching this video, and please like and share it with your network. Thank you.